So, how big is the universe? Now, to fully understand this, we're going to have to understand what the universe really is, or what we mean by it. The universe is a huge area in space that represents what we can see from Earth. That's why it's called the observable universe. What's crazy is the universe could be thousands of times bigger than this, or even infinite, but we wouldn't know, because we can only see a portion of it. The real reason we cannot see more of the universe is because the light from things outside cannot travel faster than the rate that objects are moving away. All you need to know is that you can't see them from our perspective. The observable universe is in total about 93 billion light years in size. Now, this is just a number, however, so it's hard to truly comprehend how big this actually is. To start, let's think about the Earth. The Earth, as you know, is very big. So big that you cannot even see the curve of the Earth from on the ground. Now let's talk about the Moon. As you know, the Moon is the Earth's one moon, and orbits around the Earth constantly. People tend to think that the Moon is very close to the Earth, and that it orbits right around it, compared to other planets, which are much further away. But the Moon is actually way further away than you think. For comparison, you could fit every planet in our solar system, including Pluto, in between the Earth and the Moon. A lot of models are actually very inaccurate on the true distance from the Earth and the Moon. They show both the Earth and the Moon very close together, even though they're actually very far apart. Light takes about 1 second to reach the Moon. Let's talk about some other planets. Most diagrams and things show each planet in our solar system lined up in order. This is not at all how this actually works. Each planet is actually orbiting around the Sun, meaning rarely will you ever see planets lined up like this. For now, we've only really talked about the Earth and the Moon, which at this kind of scale is barely any distance at all. Now, let's take a look at the distance from the Earth's nearest planet, Venus. It's also important to note that at this point, we're going to be so zoomed out from the Earth that you wouldn't be able to see it. It'd be microscopic, so I'm just going to be representing it as a dot now. So that's not the actual size, so also the thing is, Earth's nearest planet technically isn't Venus, but whatever, it's complicated. Anyway, so let's take a look at the distance between Earth and Venus at the point when they're lined up, which happens around every 584 days. The distance between them is about 25 million miles away. For comparison, the Moon is about 239,000 miles away. When Venus is furthest away from the Earth, it's about 162 million miles. Alright, now let's look at Jupiter, the closest gas giant. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Jupiter, as its closest point, is 367 million miles, and the farthest point is 600 million miles. So yeah, most likely practically every model you've seen of the solar system is inaccurate. Visuals like this are inaccurate. Visuals like this are also inaccurate, and visuals like this are also inaccurate. If there was an actually accurate model of the solar system, you wouldn't actually be able to see anything except for the Sun. Planets are so far apart that accurate models are almost impossible to really show. Like I said, they're microscopic. Alright, so now let's look much further away in our solar system. The farthest away planet, I say with quotation marks, would be Pluto, even though it's technically not a planet. Pluto, at its closest point, would be 2.66 billion miles away, and its farthest point would be 4.67 billion miles away. So, the farthest human-made object has ever reached in the entire universe would be the Voyager 1 spacecraft. Voyager 1 was launched in 1977, and it's still traveling to this day. As of May 2025, Voyager 1 is about 15.6 billion miles away from the Earth. This distance is hard to even fathom, and yet it hasn't even left our solar system. Our solar system is huge, in total about 18.6 trillion miles from one end to the other. The end of the solar system is at the Oort cloud, which is a huge sphere around the solar system. Voyager 1 is the closest human-made thing to the Oort cloud, yet it's extremely far. It's going to take over 300 years just to reach it, and after that, 30,000 years to traverse it. It's really big. Now, the craziest part is that we're only talking about one solar system, which is basically nothing. Okay. So we've only talked about our solar system so far. Now, let's go ahead and take a step back and look at the nearest solar system to us. The nearest solar system is called Alpha Centauri, which is located around 4.37 light years away. Light years are the distance light can travel in a year. 670,616,629 miles per hour is the speed light can travel in miles per hour. Imagine that. Alpha Centauri is 4.37 light years away, meaning if stars there were to supernova, the light wouldn't reach us until 4 years later. So we wouldn't even know. Let's look at some other nearby solar systems. Bernard star is the next closest solar system to Alpha Centauri's 3 stars. Bernard star is about 5.96 light years away. Wolf 359 is another star. It's about 7.78 light years. These systems are in an area far apart around our solar system, as shown. These are tens of billions of solar systems in our galaxy. Tens of billions. Each one is as big or even bigger than our solar system, and as far apart. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. The Milky Way is in total around 52,850 light years in length, yet we still aren't even close to the size of the universe. The Milky Way is huge, with billions of solar systems and stars all in one galaxy. Galaxies are huge collections of solar systems. Between each galaxy in our solar system, there are massive group gaps of void and empty space. The closest galaxy to the Milky Way is the Andromeda. The Andromeda is over 2.5 million light years away, and most of that distance is empty void. Space is called space for a reason. It's 90% space. Well, actually way more than that. Whatever. So the distance between galaxies is unfathomable. The closest one to us is 2.5 million light years away. The Triangulum Galaxy is about 3 million light years away. Other galaxies in the universe is like over 300,000 light years across. That's bigger than some of the distances between galaxies themselves. Some of the planets in our solar system seem so small compared to this now, don't they? Now, these galaxies we've talked about are large and far apart from each other, each galaxy with billions of solar systems inside them. Now, let's take a second and guess how many galaxies there are in our universe. I can't talk. Did you guess 1 million? Well, if you did, you'd be wrong, because there's actually over 2 trillion galaxies in our universe. 2 trillion, each one with billions of solar systems, and each solar system with planets. As I said at the beginning of the video, the observable universe is around 93 billion light years in size. I hope this video helps put the true scale of the universe into perspective. The farthest thing we've discovered so far is a galaxy named HD1. It's about 13.5 billion light years away, and we still have a lot to learn and explore about the universe.